Hi there, you're welcome to my channel at Beyonce Thrills. It's good to have you here, the returning subscribers, first time viewers. Today, we want to make a simple wrap dress, so join me to the table. First of all, I'm going to draft it on a pattern paper because it will help me draft both the front and the back together. And I have 3 yards of a fabric here. So first of all, I'll mark the starting point line of 1/2 inch. This pattern paper is on a fold, right? For the wideness, I will just do my shoulder to shoulder divided by 2, and whatever I have remaining, that will be my sleeve. So shoulder to shoulder divided by 2, I will just mark it there first, and whatever I have will be the sleeve length. All right. So that's how I determine this. And the next thing is the half length of my client is 15 inches. I'll mark it there. Please use your measurement. All right. Then I'll roll it across my half length or shoulder to waist. And the next is the shoulder to bust point, which is 9 inches. I'll also mark it the two ways so that I'll get a straight line. And I'll also go ahead to rule a line. Next thing is the neck depth, the back neck depth 1 inch, and the neck width is 5.5 inches. I'll go ahead to connect these points together. And then the front neck depth I want to work with is 6.5. I'll just mark it there. So because our shoulder is not straight, I'll come down with the shoulder slope of 1 inch and I'll connect it into the neck width, just as you see me do. Then the circumference is the bust circumference divided by 4 because the front is folded, the back is folded. I'll mark it there, okay? And the waist circumference also divided by 4. Whatever I have, I'm going to mark it there on my waist. For the waist dart, I'm going to measure the bust span or nipple to nipple divided by 2. Whatever I have, that's what I'm marking there. 4 inches or 3.5. Yeah, that's what I'm marking there on the waist and on the bust. And I will draw a straight line. So the regular dart intake is 1/2 inch on both sides. So I'll go out 1/2 inch on each side from the waist and I'll connect it to the top. For the back, you connect the dart to the chest line or the bust line as you can see there. But for the front, I'll just come down from the bust by 1 inch and I will connect. I'm drafting both the front and the back on the same paper, all right? So you note the difference. So because of the dart I took, it's going to reduce our waist because we're going to sew it. So we're going to replace that 1 inch to the side. That's what I just did. And I'll connect the 2 lines, all right? So for the sleeve opening, it's just how you want it. I don't want this to be tight on my client. So I'm just going to measure down and mark there. Then I will connect it into the line. But please don't make it sharp. Just make it smooth as you can see so that it will not, kind of clog up there. Then I'll go ahead and cut out everything. I did not add allowance on this pattern paper. I'll also cut the neckline, everything. Then I'll place this on the fabric. I'm cutting for the back first. This fabric is on fold as you can see. The center is folded. So I'll go ahead and add my allowances. For the side allowance, I'm working with 1.5 inches. So I'll go out from there by 1.5 inches. And I will connect it through with my chalk. Then for the sleeve, I will just go out there, give the allowance for the sleeve 1 inch, right? For the shoulder line too, I will also give 1/2 inch shoulder line, and for the neckline 1/2 inch too, all right? Then I have allowance already at the waistline, 1/2 inch allowance. So the next thing I'm going to do is to just cut everything out, just as you see me do. All right, I hope you're enjoying this tutorial. After that, to transfer the dart from the pattern paper to the fabric, I'm just going to hold it this way, all right, and then give it a cut there. Dart transferred. The side line too, I'll hold it down. Even at the bust point, that dart there, you can just poke there and transfer. So that will be all. This is for the back, we set it aside. Then we continue for the front, okay? You know, the front is going to overlap, right? So I have my neck depth for the front already there. So what we are going to do is to, all right, let me just complete the lines. You know, there is a dart transfer and it's also on that side as you can see, all right? So this line I just drew is really nothing. So what I'm going to do is for the belt, I will come up by 2.5 inches. For the belt opening, I'll come up by 2.5 inches. That's just what I did there. And then I'll connect the neck to the neck depth, neck width to neck depth. Then I went out after the dart by 1 inch, all right? I just don't want to start on the dart. I went out there by 1 inch and then I'll go up again 2.5 inches. So I'll complete my connection. That 2.5 will be opening for the belt and also for allowance. So I'll go ahead and cut. After that, I place this on a fabric that is on fold. So I'm also giving 1.5 inches side allowance just as I did for the back. This fabric is on a fold, right? Then 1/2 inch at the shoulder line. I'll go ahead and cut. 1 inch at the sleeve. I'm supposed to give half of an inch at this side, this neck part. Supposed to give half of an inch there. Then I'll go ahead and cut, just as you see me do. Just the same way I will transfer the dart to the fabric itself as I did with the back one, all right? The sides too, I'll transfer and take it out. So you can see I have two pieces already here. Then we'll go ahead and cut the interface, the neck interface for the back. So you can see how I folded this fabric and I placed the back on it and cut out the shape there. We are going to use it as our neck interfacing. All right, so yeah, just follow what I'm doing. And then we'll place it right side to right side and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. So we keep it aside. For the front too, I have this fabric on fold. I will place the center front on it and we are going to, yeah, we're going to use it to turn the raw edge of that center front, the V part, the overlap, right? So I'll just cut the shape too, just as I did for the back. Please go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and share. If you have any question, of course, you drop it on the comment section. If you have any suggestion too, please drop it also. And I will be glad to hear what you have to say about this video. So this is what I have right here. We use it to turn the raw edge there, okay? I have the shape. I have it into two for the two sides of the front. And this is our belt, all right? So, you know, I have 1/2 inch to join this to the skirt part. Remember I kept 2.5 inches, right? So 1/2 inch to join this to the skirt part and 1/2 inch to turn the neck, right? So what I have here is 4 inches in total. On fold is going to be 2 inches. So when I sew with 1/2 inch, I have 1.5 inches remaining. That's just what I need to occupy that space. The length of this belt is 47 inches. So I've already gone ahead to sew it and this is it. Then with my pencil, I will turn it out to the other side. So you know that 2.5 inches, take out 1/2 inch down, take out 1/2 inch for the neckline, you have 1.5 inches left. So that is why I chose the width of the belt to be 1.5 inches. I hope you understand that. Now let's sew it already, but we are going to sandwich the belt in between. Now you see it's just going to be perfect. After the 1/2 inch down, you place it and I still have 1/2 inch up. Then I'll place this interface, pin it there. And then I'll go ahead to sew this down from top to bottom, even along the belt line. I'll do the same thing for the other side and we come back. So this is it after sewing. I'm just trimming out the edges. Okay. Then for this part, I will fold in half of an inch, sew it down, place it here and use hemming gum. I'm going to double the hemming gum and iron it there. All right. Do the same thing with the other side. You look at the darts. I've already gone ahead to sew the darts. See it, I've sewn the dart both for the front and the back. And this is the neckline. I've also sewn it too. Then I'm just notching because you know this is curve. So I will turn it also and then go ahead to hem the interfacing. Place my hemming gum to double it and iron it there. Okay. Then we go ahead to join the shoulders, placing the right side to right side. This is the shoulder, and this is that interfacing for the back. I'm just going to use it and cover the shoulder line of the front, and then I'll sew with half of an inch. Do the same thing for the other side, and when I'm done, I'm going to hem the sleeve. I will hem the sleeve without 1 inch hemming allowance. All right. After that, I'll proceed to join the sides. You know, I gave 1.5 inches side allowance. I'll join the both sides. So this is the shoulder after sewing. Of course, I will weave or serge this dress after everything. And this is the belt part too. Okay. Now for the down part, I'm going to measure the waist, the total waist of this bodice, this upper side. And what I have is 39.25 inches. So I'll write it down. To determine the length of the skirt, you know that our half length already is 15 inches, right? And I want the full length to be 41 inches. So taking out 15 inches from 41 inches, I have 26 inches length for the skirt part. All right? So use your own measurements, please. Now the skirt part I want to cut will be a half circle, okay? So to get the radius of half circle, I will divide my waist circumference of 39.25 inches by the pi of a half circle, which is 3.142. All right, radius here means the amount I need to cut out to give me the waist circumference in a half circle scale. I hope you understand that. So what I have is 12.5 and I'll approximate it to 13 inches because I need some excess, to fold the sides, all right, at least to hem the sides. So I will give 13 inches. Now this 13 inches plus 26 inches length of the skirt part, I have 39 inches. You will understand this later. Okay, I need 39 inches to be my total length. That's what I'll work with. Please just follow carefully. You will understand it later. Okay. Then this is my fabric. I've already folded it once. Then to fold it in the half circle form, half circle means 180 degree. To fold it in that form, this is what I'm going to do. I'll pick from this side and fold it in an angle form, okay? Ensuring that I have the total length I am working with. Even if I don't have the total length, you have to add. So I'm measuring here to make sure I have that 39 inches, even plus, hemming allowance, and I have it there already, okay? So I'll go ahead and, start marking out my radius of 13 inches, remember? So from the tip there, I will come down by 13 inches and I'll mark. So I'll just keep taking it around and marking. After that, I will draw out my line. Okay, I hope this is clear. Then the next thing is to mark the total length. I'll mark 39.5 inches. The half inch there will be for hemming allowance. You can use 1 inch, but I'm going to use half inch. Okay, so I'm done marking. I'll also draw it out and I will cut. Please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Then, yeah, as you can see, I'm cutting out everything this point too. Then I'll add half inch joining allowance at this place and I'll cut out the rest. So this is what we have. I will notch the center too. Then I'll proceed to sew. First thing I'm going to sew is to hem it with that half inch hemming allowance that I gave. You just fold it 1, 2, and then I'll sew it all the way around. I'll hem the two sides with half of an inch too, just like I'm showing you. So that was why I approximated the 12.5 to 13 inches so that I will have excess to hem it with. All right. This is the other side. I've gone ahead to hem it too. All right. So please work with your measurements. Then after that, I will join the up and down together. So I have the up part here, and I'll place the down part already, matching side to side, and I'm pinning. I'll match the other side too, and I'll pin. I'll match it center to center, and I'll pin. Match everything together and pin. So if there is any excess on the down part, I'm just going to pleat it into the upper part. All right. So I'm done here, and I'll go ahead to sew with half of an inch sewing allowance. So we're almost done. The next thing is to create the opening where we're going to pass the belt through. So you choose the side you want. I've chosen that side, and I will leave about 1.5 inches or 1.75 inches opening there, making sure that I backstitch at the start point of the opening you get, so that the belt will not lose easily, so that the opening I mean will not lose easily. So that is all for this wrap dress overlap. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please go ahead, like I said, like, subscribe, and share. If there is someone you know who is learning how to sew, please, you can share this as a gift to that person, all right? This is all for this beautiful, simple tutorial. Thank you very much for staying with me, and have a nice day.